Newly released Department of Justice documents reveal how Nellie Ohr of Fusion GPS transmitted material from the Trump dossier to her husband, senior DOJ official Bruce Ohr. That information then, of course, filled the federal government, percolated all the way through, and was used to taint the Trump administration with bogus insinuations of espionage before it had even been sworn in. Tom Fitton is the president of Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch obtained those documents, and he joins us now. Tom, this nexus between one woman who's working for a group that's working for the Clinton campaign, who happens to be married to a senior figure in the government. This is basically classic Banana Republic stuff, because it's the merger of the party and the state, as it were.
Yeah, Bruce Ohr is telling the FBI essentially, hey, I got this information, let's investigate the president. And this is after President Trump's elected. He brings in a flash drive with his wife's material on it. Stripped from that material is the header, the information Fusion GPS from the headers.
Right.
So they were trying to disguise the material. We get that from the FBI interview notes, and then we get this other batch of documents that you're talking about, which describes the material that Ohr is shepherding on behalf of his wife and the Clinton operation to his colleagues at the FBI. And it includes a chart. I mean, people have got to go look at this chart, because it's crazy. It's about 80 names, and she tries to tie all of them to Russia and to Trump. It's like an insane version of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. If you saw it on a wall somewhere and you walked into a room with it on it, you say, who's the crazy person who created this? This was the basis for the Trump-Russia fraudulent investigation. And the fact that the senior levels at the DOJ and the FBI were using this material to target a sitting president tells you volumes about the corruption behind the effort to overthrow him. This is the kookaburra in its insane form. Well,
let me ask you a very simple question based on what you asked for, all the documents, the communications between Bruce Ohr and this MI6 agent, British subject Christopher Steele. After he'd been gotten rid of by the FBI, Bruce Ohr is still all palsy-walsy. Has there ever been a U.S. domestic election process as interfered with by one foreign national as has been perpetrated by this British spook, Christopher Steele? I don't understand why Americans aren't mad about that.
Yeah, I think there's an open question about the involvement of his former colleagues in the United Kingdom. We have the Australian government who is being asked uncomfortable questions about this as well. This was an international conspiracy against the president. It's laid out in the FBI documents. Ohr and Steele are working together during the campaign, after the campaign, and magically they hire Ohr's wife, the Clinton campaign, to help push material into the Justice Department. You got to hand it to the Clinton gang. They had all their bases covered. They were flooding the zone. DOJ, FBI, state, and the wife of a senior Justice Department official.
And most of Washington's Five Eyes intelligence allies in on the scheme. It's an amazing thing. Keep digging on this, Tom. There's lots more to come. Thank you very much for that.